Well guys, I've finally done it. I've unlocked every single augment in Black Ops 6 Zombies. Every major, minor, for every perk, field upgrade, ammo mod, I have them all. And of course, this means that in the very near future, I'm going to be dropping the big augment video, going over every single perk, field upgrade, and ammo mod in the game, and the best augments to use for each individual ones, or at least how it varies from augment to augment, where you should use which one in which situations. If you guys are excited for that, definitely subscribe because it's going to be dropping pretty soon. But first, let's talk about the journey that it was to unlock all these augments. And the first thing I think is worth talking about is how long did it even take me to unlock them? Well, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the rank and how much time in-game I spent in order to unlock all of the augments in the game. But keep in mind, there are variables. There's a variable of how much did you play during double XP, or the variables of how many multiplayer matches or Warzone matches did you play. Like, that affects your level and your time in-game, and even just how you're playing. Like, if you're just going around hunting Easter eggs or looking for things that don't earn you XP, of course you're going to have more in-game time compared to someone like me who did spend a lot of time playing zombies not getting XP, where I was just looking for intel or I was hunting the Easter egg or stuff like that. So keep in mind all those variables, but this should give you a pretty good idea of how long it's going to take you. And here's my zombie stats right here. Now the first thing I'll point out is the time in game played, and it took me 4.5 days, or 4 days 12 hours 41 minutes. That's how long it took me. Now I will say that you could probably cut this time, because I have a friend that is pretty much the same rank as me, prestige and all of that, yet they have almost a full day less played than me. So you might not actually have to take 4.5 days to unlock all of this, assuming you're someone who doesn't like hunt for intel or hunt for Easter eggs, not earning XP as much. But for me, that's how long it took me. It took me 4.5 days to unlock all of them. Now for my rank, this should be a little bit more consistent, considering that XP is tied to both your augments and your actual level. But one thing to keep in mind is that if you play a lot of multiplayer or Warzone, your rank actually might be higher because you're earning a lot of XP there too. But for me, I mainly play zombies, and for me, it took me to get to Prestige 5 level 23, and from what I've heard from a lot of people, it's taking them about to Prestige 5. I've heard people a little bit after Prestige 5, a little bit before Prestige 5, just somewhere right there is where most people are unlocking all their augments. And with that, that gives you a pretty good idea how long this journey to unlock all the augments in the game really is going to take you. And with that said, another thing that I think is worth talking about is just how much do they actually change the game. Like, how does it feel playing this game at launch with no augments compared to now with all the augments? And I'll straight up tell you guys, it is a lot easier. Like, it doesn't become like a breeze, but it is so much easier. And this is why I keep telling people, if you're struggling with the Easter eggs, if you're struggling with high rounds, just play the game casually, unlock your augments, and trust me, it's going to be so much easier when you do that. Like, just for an example, for Juggernog, you'll get 50 more health with using a major augment, or Speed Cola, classic formula, that's going to let you reload even faster. Elemental Pop, you could put Electric Cherry on that, or staying with Elemental Pop, you could put Vulnerable Bean. This will increase the elemental weakness for enemies. Like, stuff like that's going to make it a lot better. Deadshot Daiquiri, giving you extra critical damage when you shoot them. Like, all of that is going to make the game easier. So again, if you're struggling with stuff, just grind the augments, get them unlocked, at least for the essential ones, and then go do the Easter egg, and then go do your high round runs. Especially for your high round runs, to be completely honest, that's going to make the game a lot different. Now if we go by these different types of items, from perks, ammo mods, field upgrades, the thing I will say is that upgrading your perks is probably the best thing you could do first, because they're going to make the game easier than anything. But the thing that makes the biggest difference, like improves it the most, has to be the ammo mods. Like, ammo mods are garbage without augments. Like, they are so bad. When I was playing them at launch, I didn't even put them on because how bad they were. But now that I have all the different augments unlocked for them, there are such good ones, like Cryo Freeze Ice Cloud, that just freezes all zombies that walk through a little cloud area for a little bit, or Brain Rot's Pheromone, that just, instead of makes the zombie chase and kill other zombies, it kind of works like a monkey bomb. They surround them instead of just like ending the round or something dumb like that. Or Shadow Rift's Big Games, where you can straight up insta-kill an Amalgam or Abomination if you activate Shadow Rift on them. Like, some really cool stuff like that that's going to make a humongous difference, making these things absolute garbage to actually pretty useful. And then there's also the field upgrades. Now the field upgrades, I think, are probably the last thing you should aim to upgrade, to be completely honest, because a lot of them I don't think make that big of a difference. Like, maybe upgrade Ether Shroud just because you're going to use it a lot, but like besides that, like energy mine, there are some really cool ones, and that's probably the thing I'll say about the field upgrades is that the augments actually make them a lot cooler. Like they change them a lot. Like the other ones just kind of upgrade them how they already are for the perks and ammo mods, but for the field upgrades there's like really cool ones, like the energy mine. Like the best example of this is there's one that turns it into a straight up sentry gun when you activate it instead of like an energy mine on the floor, or one that actually puts a little orbs around you as that just protect you every single time a zombie gets close to you. It just activates then, or dark flare turning into supernova, or ether shroud just making a melee crazy thing, extending your time while you're in it. Like stuff like that is actually really cool, and I do like that. Even though they are the least important ones to upgrade, they are the coolest ones. And all I really have to say about the augments after this is that I love this system, and I'm so glad that Treyarch put this in the system. I'm excited to see where they take in the future, especially throughout the DLC seasons when we get new perks, ammo mods, and field upgrades. We're going to be able to upgrade those too, and I'm just excited to see how that all just works out all throughout this season. So Treyarch, this is great. Love the augment system. It's amazing. Keep doing your thing. But regardless though, that's going to wrap it up for me. Thank you guys all so much for watching, but I'm going to go, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.